What's up, everyone? The Switch 2 is finally here, and 2026 is shaping up to be absolutely insane for single-player games. Whether you're into stealth action, sprawling RPGs, or survival horror, this lineup has something for everyone. So let's dive right into the top 10 upcoming single-player games on Switch 2 for 2026. Mouse. PI for Hire is shaping up to be one of the most unique single-player experiences coming to Switch 2. Blending classic boomer shooter action with a detective-driven narrative set in a gritty cartoon noir world. You play as Jack Pepper, a private investigator navigating the crime-ridden city of Mouseburg, where each case slowly connects to a larger mystery filled with corruption and danger. Gameplay focuses on fast-paced FPS combat with a diverse arsenal of quirky, stylized weapons, but it doesn't rely on shooting alone. The game also features investigation segments, puzzle solving, and exploration that encourage players to examine environments and uncover clues between intense encounters. Level design mixes linear action with areas that reward revisiting using new tools and abilities, adding a light progression layer to the experience. Visually, the hand-drawn 1930s rubber hose animation style gives every movement and fight a distinctive personality, making the atmosphere feel both nostalgic and fresh. Trails in the Sky Second Chapter is a story-driven, single-player JRPG coming to Switch 2 in fall 2026, continuing Estelle's emotional journey across the Liberal Kingdom after the events of the first chapter. The narrative focuses on her search for Joshua, while slowly uncovering a deeper conspiracy tied to the mysterious Ouroboros organization, delivering a character-focused story filled with strong world-building and long-form dialogue. Gameplay stays true to the series' strategic, turn-based combat, where positioning on the grid, arts, crafts, and team synergy play a major role in every battle, encouraging thoughtful planning instead of button mashing. The remake also modernizes the experience with full 3D visuals, improved presentation, and refined systems, while preserving the classic structure fans love. Outside combat, players explore towns, dungeons, and side quests that expand lore and character development, making progression feel immersive and rewarding. The string storytelling and methodical gameplay. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 is a single-player, stealth-focused package arriving on Switch 2 on August 27, 2026, bringing together some of the most story-rich entries in the series in one modernized collection. The core experience is driven by tactical stealth gameplay, where infiltration, smart positioning, and clever use of gadgets are far more important than direct combat, encouraging a slow and methodical playstyle. Metal Gear Solid 4 delivers a cinematic narrative set in a war-torn future, blending long story sequences with seamless gameplay segments that emphasize immersion and atmosphere, while Peace Walker adds a mission-based structure with gear customization and strategic progression systems. Players can scout enemy zones, use camouflage, analyze patrol patterns, and approach objectives in multiple ways, giving each mission a strong sense of freedom despite the linear narrative design. With improved performance, refined controls, and enhanced presentation for modern hardware, the collection preserves the original gameplay depth while making the experience smoother and more accessible for a new generation of players. Pragmata is a story-driven, single-player sci-fi action-adventure scheduled to release on Switch 2 on April 24, 2026, set within a mysterious lunar research station overtaken by rogue AI systems. The narrative follows astronaut Hugh and an android girl named Diana, whose partnership becomes central to both the emotional story and the gameplay progression as they attempt to survive and escape the facility. Played from a third-person perspective, the game blends shooting, mobility, and exploration with a unique dual-character system where Diana assists through real-time hacking mechanics that disable enemy defenses and expose weak points. Combat is not just about reflexes, as players must strategically hack enemy systems during encounters while dodging attacks, creating a layered and tactical flow. Beyond combat, exploration plays a major role, with environmental puzzles, advanced tools, and interconnected areas encouraging careful navigation of the station. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition is a massive single-player action RPG planned for Switch 2 in 2026, offering the full dark fantasy journey through the lands between, along with the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion and additional content. Players take on the role of a Tarnished warrior, seeking to restore the Elden Ring, with the story unfolding through environmental storytelling, NPC encounters, and exploration, rather than traditional cutscenes. Gameplay centers on challenging, real-time combat that blends melee, magic, dodging, blocking, and stamina management, rewarding patience, timing, and build optimization instead of aggressive button mashing. The open-world design encourages freedom, allowing players to explore vast regions, hidden dungeons, and legacy castles in a non-linear order, while constantly discovering secrets and powerful gear. Deep RPG systems let players customize their character with different weapons, spells, armor sets, and stat builds, creating a highly personal playstyle. 007 First Light is a story-driven, single-player, espionage action-adventure set to release on Switch 2 on May 27, 2026, focusing on a young James Bond during the early stages of his career as an MI6 recruit. The narrative explores his first major mission to earn his 00 status, while uncovering a larger conspiracy, with a strong emphasis on character development and cinematic storytelling. Gameplay blends stealth, infiltration, and action, allowing players to approach missions in multiple ways, whether through quiet spycraft, gadget usage, or direct combat when situations escalate. Inspired by sandbox-style mission design, levels feature open-ended environments where players can gather intel, eavesdrop on targets, and use disguises or tools to complete objectives creatively. In addition to stealth-focused gameplay, the experience includes high-speed driving segments, cinematic set pieces, and classic Bond gadgets that add variety to mission flow. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a massive, single-player action RPG arriving on Switch 2 on June 3, 2026, continuing Cloud and his party's journey beyond Midgar as they pursue Sephiroth across a much larger and more diverse world. The story expands into a globe-spanning adventure that focuses on character relationships, the planet's fate, and deeper mysteries surrounding the conflict with Shinra, all delivered through cinematic storytelling and emotional narrative moments. Gameplay features a refined hybrid combat system that blends real-time action with strategic ATB mechanics, allowing players to freely switch between party members, use abilities, cast spells, and coordinate powerful synergy attacks. Exploration plays a much bigger role compared to the previous installment, with wide-open regions, side quests, minigames, and optional challenges that reward curiosity and progression. The Switch 2 version also includes streamlined progression options to support a smoother experience while preserving the core depth. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a cinematic, single-player action-adventure set to release on Switch 2 on May 12, 2026, delivering an original, globe-trotting story that follows Indy as he investigates a mysterious phenomenon tied to ancient sites around the world. Set in 1937, the narrative focuses on discovery, historical secrets, and a race against rival factions seeking hidden power, creating a strong sense of adventure and mystery. Gameplay is primarily experienced in first person to enhance immersion during exploration and puzzle solving, while certain traversal moments shift perspective for cinematic impact. The core loop revolves around exploring ruins, solving environmental puzzles, uncovering relics, and piecing together clues connected to the larger narrative. Levels are designed as open-ended sandbox spaces with optional paths, side activities, and multiple approaches to objectives, encouraging curiosity and thoughtful exploration. Alongside puzzles, the game blends stealth, melee combat, gadgets, and the iconic whip, allowing flexible playstyles that balance action, investigation, and cinematic storytelling.
You're messing with powers beyond your control.
You should know by now.
The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion Remastered is a massive single-player open-world RPG coming to Switch 2 in 2026, bringing the classic adventure in Cyrodiil back with modern visuals and refined systems while preserving its original depth. Set during a Daedric invasion after the Emperor's assassination, the story follows the hero of Kvatch as they uncover prophecies, close Oblivion gates, and shape the fate of the Empire through a non-linear narrative driven by exploration and faction questlines. Gameplay retains the signature sandbox structure, allowing players to freely explore cities, dungeons, and wilderness while tackling quests in any order. Combat is real-time and flexible, combining melee, magic, and ranged options alongside a skill-based progression system where abilities improve through use, encouraging diverse character builds. The remaster introduces a full graphical overhaul, updated animations, improved AI behavior, redesigned menus, sprinting, and enhanced audio, while including all expansions like Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine. Resident Evil Requiem is a single-player survival horror experience launching on Switch 2 on February 27, 2026, returning to a darker and more atmospheric tone rooted in the series' classic tension-driven design. The story follows FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft as she investigates mysterious deaths connected to a condemned hotel tied to her past, while Leon S. Kennedy becomes involved in related incidents linked to the long-lasting consequences of Raccoon City. Gameplay emphasizes careful exploration, puzzle solving, and resource management, encouraging players to think strategically rather than rely on constant combat. The game features a dual protagonist structure, with Grace's segments focusing more on vulnerability and investigation, while Leon's sections introduce more action-oriented encounters. Players can switch between first-person and third-person perspectives, allowing different ways to experience the horror and immersion. Built on the RE engine, the environments are highly detailed and cinematic, enhancing the sense of dread through lighting, sound design, and environmental storytelling, creating a tense and immersive single-player horror journey in 2026.
Using handguns and rifles, or use an enemy's weapon against them. Leon has a varied arsenal of attacks at his disposal.
And there is the list. The top 10 single-player games coming to Switch 2 in 2026. From noir detective adventures to survival horror masterpieces, this year is absolutely stacked. What games are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Switch 2 coverage. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.